subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. So Straight Drop got jumped while waiting for his new case to start. Basically, the last case they had, some fans that were in the courtroom seen that he had a bump on his head, on his eye. It looked like he had a black eye and it was swollen. And a rumor has it from an MPD worker that when they came to check up on him for his condition, he was already beat up and he was crying. He had swollen up and black eyes. He'd been kicked and somebody had put their hands on him. So that's the latest report coming out. And this is coming from a source of a person who knows someone that work at MPD. And the fact that this person leaked some information, according to them, when Straight Drop left his last court case, he had run-ins with a few people that he has problems with inside of the cellmates. When he was doing the 23-1, he has been displaced to a different section of the area than everybody else. And what happened is that at some point there was some time where he was vulnerable and somebody had got a chance to get at him. So we don't know if it was the fact that a guard had let people in his area, or if Straight Drop had wandered or found a way to break out of his containment. We're not really sure. But the thing is that there was interactions with people. The other cellmates had got their hands on him in some sort of way. So he had to either leave his area or they had to have been let into his area. Either that, or at a point when they're doing a lot of transition and stuff, shower time, when Straight Drop is this and that. At some point, when paths cross and he got because of the fact that he was vulnerable and people are steady trying to get a chance to get their hands on him. I mean, he only... since he's not with everybody else, he doesn't know the amount of people that are plotting on him that's inside that same building. So as time goes on, it's like a matter of time before one of the people finally get their chance. They see him turning the corner when he's everybody else is leaving the shower. And Straight Drop is being brought in from the back stairwell. And because they let the PC people go in the shower after the regular people. They make sure everybody's done, and then they send the PC people. A few of the people, 1-2 guys hid in the corner where it was dark. There's these showers. It's like 4 or 5 different rows of them, and somebody kept steady hiding behind the wall. It's like each row has a wall. And when the guards came and doing their final sweep before they let the PC people come down, they're looking down the halls, but somebody was hiding where the wall is at, the divider. They're hiding, being, sucking their stomach in, sucking their gut in, hiding so they could look like nobody's behind them 2 blocks. It's the vantage point that is really the only place that you could hide down there. So it's 4 pillars. 2-3 of the guys hid behind some of them. And when the guards did the check, they forgot to check behind the pillars. So what happened is that they let Straight Drop in. When they let Straight Drop in, currently right now, it's not a lot of PC people. So he was one of the only people to go in there. He picked his own row where nobody else was in a set. It was at least two rows before the other PC guy. So they came around the pillars and they turned all the shower heads on. So it's loud. Straight Drop didn't know. He thought it was just some new PC people. Once all them shower heads was on and it was loud, you couldn't hear back there, especially because it's 2-3 rows back. Then they turned around, surrounded him, circled him. It's a very weird scene because they all in that area. But basically, though, they stomped him out, got payback. It was crazy because of the fact that they were planning and plotting for this to happen, and they finally got their chance for this to go. And a lot of people don't like Straight Drop. So when they were able to, that 30, 40 seconds that they had been starting that struggle and they were scrapping it with him, they really were tagging him a bunch of times. All hits, no misses. Straight drop. He's not known to be a fighter, so he didn't. He did the best he could do, which really wasn't that much. He's not a fighter anyway, so he had no hands, which makes it even more worse for him. So he really got that beat down. But well deserved beat down though, because due to the fact that there should be no reason where you find yourself being locked up like that, charged for the charges that he's got. So you're not no innocent person if you got them kind of charges, and it's not like he's not involved, which he is. Now, after they got their payback, the other PC guy was like, "Hey, what's going on here?" He called a guard, but the dudes, they ran off and went back with. Remember, it was only like 45 seconds had passed by, so they ran back up the stairs and caught up with the rest of the crew that was leaving, the regular population. They caught them up at the top of the stairs. But when they did that, the last guard seen that there were people behind him, so he easily caught them and was like, "Hey, what are y'all doing?" And they were like, "Oh, we were just cleaning up the soap bars." So a couple of them got away, but they ended up getting questioned later on due to the fact that Straight Drop complained about him getting attacked in the over there in that room. So now that's some very, very crazy information coming out. That everybody's been listening and all eyes in and waiting until basically Straight Drop has something happen to him. You know that you can't last. These guys, they young and stuff like that. They think they tough in the streets, but you really can't last that long, especially when you in a place where it's a lot tougher people than you. Like it's people 20, 30, 40 years older than him, and they've done thousands times worse things than he's done, and they've done it 1,000 more times than he's done it because they just that much older. They got experience on him, they got wisdom on him, and they got the people that are around them. They have loyalty because they are and sectioned off in different groups, the places they're being held. So what's going on is that they're beating him at his own game. He's like a rookie now all over again. He never was really a high ranking person in the streets. So now that when he gets thrown into this situation, he's really a rookie. This is like boot camp for him. But this boot camp is the whole time he's there. It's not just 2 weeks and then you're in. He's gonna have to deal with this almost every day on a daily basis. And if they reduce his charges, he's going to be put back into general population at some point. They can't keep using the resources to keep him in PC when they're getting him a high-profile attorney. So that's the information coming out, man. I just want to keep y'all posted in. Everybody tuning in right now. Thanks for all the support out there. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back with another hip-hop news update for you.